Hello, my beautiful people.
We're back.
Wait, do you hear this?
What?
Can you hear us in here?
I can hear me, but very low.
I can't hear you.
I can hear.
Okay.
Can you hear?
Great.
She can't hear anything.
So,
Okay.
we're back and it's been a little while.
Can you hear now?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear just
Can
fine.
Pam
now.
hear?
I can
Yeah.
hear.
Yazzie?
Yeah.
All right. Everybody can hear. All right, my beautiful people. Welcome back to Generation Z. I'm Van.
I'm Pam.
And I'm Og.
And this is Seco Vibe with the Seco Tribe.
On Generation Z. I was about to say radio.
Yeah.
Generation Z radio. Like,
We actually just kind of like put that slogan on, but before we talk about our little slogan change from Generation Z to Seco Vibe, Seco Tribe, we want to introduce that we have an amazingly beautiful guest today with us. Her name is Yazzi.
yeah.
What is your full name though?
My full name is Yasmin, but I like it when people call me Yazzie.
Yazzie?
Yeah.
Yasmin what?
Yasmin Rubio.
Yasmin Rubio.
And where are you from?
I'm from El Paso, Texas.
Born and raised?
Yes.
Oh my
That's awesome.
Nice.
That's crazy. That's
And
like.
I think the most important thing about this right now is that you are 15 years old.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy. So, just a little backstory on why Yazzi's here, and where we have the connection is it all goes back to social media.
Which is crazy.
It's crazy
Because we meet so many people.
We
through
meet so many
some of the
people.
best, like some of our best friends that we haven't even met are friends from social media.
Yes.
Yeah. Considering you. Now you're one of our best friends. After last night, which we'll get into.
Yes, which is the main reason why she's here. So last night I hosted my second class ever in Los Angeles, California, and it was a big positive madness. Like, it was crazy. Everybody came and shared their dance, shared their stories, shared their love, and one of the most special stories that hit us yesterday was Yazzi's. Yazzie came all the way from Texas, but not for
Not for the class.
You were here already on vacation.
Yes.
And I just so happened to be teaching a class. And just a little backstory on Yazzie following me. Yazzie is probably my biggest supporter on the gram, guys. Like, I am not kidding. Yazzie is I don't know if you guys have seen, it's Yazzie _. Is there an underscore? I already knew that. See? Always the first person to comment on my stuff, my brothers, my sisters. Literally has all the post notifications turned on. Never ever in a million years did I think that we would meet so soon in this journey, you know? And last week when I posted about it, she's like, I'm here. I'm coming to your class. And I was like, what? First of all, because I didn't even correlate. You know how you meet, you see so many profiles on social media. You don't know if someone's actually real or if someone's like a fake account or something.
Yeah.
So when she was like, yes, I'm coming, like I'm coming to your class, and when I was able to put your face to the profile name, I was like, oh my God. And I realizing that we have this like big connection, especially on the dance floor. It was crazy. So law of attraction was definitely on our side. The fact that she was here on vacation for these 2 weeks while I'm about to have this shuffle class that I barely ever have in California. Crazy.
And
Last
on,
night was
our
crazy.
relaunch back into the radio show
Yes.
too. You were like
Which
a
is
perfect
amazing.
way for us to like bring it back, because we've been gone since like February. We haven't done a show, so we're really happy to have you here.
Yeah, and even last night we've been talking. We were like, what are we gonna do the show about on Wednesday? And we just couldn't think of anything. And then all of a sudden, last night happened that we all literally came home from last night so inspired. We were all talking about it in the car. Like, I cried, my dad cried. Like, we all got really emotional over your speech. It's that today, like when the time came, we were like, it was so last minute, but we were like, we have to do it about her. Like, we have to. So that's why we have you here, and we're gonna talk about fighting your demons.
Yeah, fighting your demons. So today's, what is it called?
Theme, motto,
No, it's
slogan.
like slogan. No,
Slogan.
it's not. Today's theme is just do it. Fighting your demons and finding happiness. This is something that everybody struggles with. Literally, don't try and tell me you don't struggle with this. Every single human, although we're going through different journeys, at the end of the day, have something that we're fighting against. That's why we came here, to evolve something.
Exactly.
Right? Today's theme was basically veered off of the speech that you gave yesterday. Is there any way that we can play that speech right now through here?
Oh my god, I have it on my phone.
You recorded it?
I recorded it, girl.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, I saw you start talking and getting so deep. I was like, I need to get this on video, and we're gonna put it in our vlog. So stay
Yeah, we
tuned
are.
for those of you watching. We're gonna have a vlog of Van's second Shuffle LA meetup class.
Do we have
I
it?
keep saying a meetup.
Meetup.
I keep calling it a
It's
Shuffle
on
Circle
Pam's
meetup.
phone.
It's
We
on Pam's
recorded
phone,
it-
but Pam
I recorded it
did.
on the camera as well, actually.
Did you send
It
it
was
to me?
so good.
Oh, I do. I have it right here. So can we like play it through here? Do you mind?
Yeah.
Go ahead, girl.
Go ahead. Let me know if you guys.
So this was at the end of explain what happened. So this is what happened. This is what Yazzi said right after Van picked, because at the end of after the end of the dance classes,
yes, so I was
you choose.
Yes, I was teaching a shuffle class. At the end of a shuffle class, normally you have the opportunity to pick people to come up and dance.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked these 3 girls that were doing great. Then these 3 boys came up, and my mom actually came up to me and she said, Yazzi is getting really emotional right now. She was getting emotional all class. She's been doing awesome, really awesome.
Killed
I
it.
think you should invite her to go up. And I hadn't seen anything at all. I just knew that those 3 girls were already shufflers, so that's why I invited them to do that. But I hadn't really watched anyone do the choreo. You're supposed to do that, which I need to get better at, to like watch people and see who should go up. So my mom says that, and she's like, you should ask her to do it. And so I was gonna ask you to do it with like 3 more people, and then I was like, nah, you know what? Let's do it together.
And
So
it was magical.
It was magical.
It was so good.
You killed it. You killed
You
it.
really
You
did. You really
We
did.
all
It was
came up to
amazing.
you afterwards, and I think there was the biggest cheer from the crowd was for you and
Oh,
Van.
yeah.
I think
It was
like
crazy.
nobody else cheered like louder for anybody else's dance. You know?
Yeah.
Because the
It
way
is.
that you embodied the dance was insane. I mean, you hit every single step. Like, you weren't lost in any way. Sure, the ending, maybe you forgot a little bit, but, like, you knew everything, and you
Yeah.
really captivated everything that I said in that choreo.
And you danced with such power. Like, you were, like, really, like, killing. I was like, I wish I could do that. Like, it
You
made
were
me want to start
stepping.
dancing.
And you know what? I didn't think that was good. I didn't think that was gonna happen. Like,
Yeah.
I thought because of the emotions and everything that maybe you were gonna get scared, but you surprised
You
me.
really did.
Mid-dance.
With the speech,
mid-dance.
too. Like, I can't get over the speech. I'm,
It
like,
was-
still talking.
So as it was done, we're in a high off of life. Everyone, especially after
Everyone was
shuffling,
freaking out.
Is after you dance, after you shuffle, you have a moment where you're just like, like, you know, you're so on that 5th dimension that I felt that Yazzi had all the courage in the world there to get up and say what you said, and it touched us all. It really did.
Play it, dude.
Yeah.
It's a little, like, it's a little rusty,
Is it?
but you'll be able to hear
It's
it.
a little broken.
You'll probably be able to hear
I
it.
usually don't open up to people for this, but I used to be very suicidal. I used to have too much anxiety. This girl right here helped me through all that. Losing yourself is not going to mean that people's lives better. Everything you're ready for.
It's hard to hear because everybody loves you.
Yeah, everyone was clapping. You can't hear.
Yes, you're fat. Yeah, I am fat. Like, come on. But my fat is full of happiness. Dance video because I was fat. Okay? I thought people were gonna make fun of me and stuff like that. I'm gonna go home, perfect this routine, film a badass video.
The confidence
That was so special.
that you showed.
That was so great.
so special. I mean, Pam was literally saying earlier, like, I would never have had the balls to get up and do that.
I
It
probably
surprised
still
me,
can't.
Like, after my
Yeah.
family came up to me, they're like, I think you were going to do that. And I was like, I didn't think so.
I feel like it's just that adrenaline rush where you're just like, all right, what do I have to lose right now?
Yeah.
Really, like you just went in.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of, like, dance classes like yours in El Paso. So I was like, I'm going to take this opportunity and I'm going to, like, make the best of it. So I guess, like, in my head, I was thinking about it and it just, like, came out.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was your soul speaking, if anything. That was your
There's-
soul speaking.
Especially right after a dance. I feel like that's where you guys feel like the most liberated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That like the truth comes out. Like the truth comes out.
We hadn't anything. No, well, because of what you said, well, actually, didn't you say it was your first dance class?
Yeah, it was my first dance class
What?
ever in my life.
Oh my god, what a good dance class!
Yo-
That was our favorite that Vans ever like teached, and you were there, and it was your first dance. That's crazy.
That is crazy. And it's crazy that you killed it so good and you haven't been trained as a dancer. That, a little
Yeah.
suspicious. You're an
You're an alien.
You might not be human. I'm sorry. Oh, yes. And we have her beautiful mom and her cousin back here, guys.
Got the whole thing.
With us. It's a full house today. So we were so moved by your speech and your dancing and your just do it mentality. We wanted to touch a little bit on your past and
And kind of the stuff that you said in the video.
yeah.
We wanted to like get a little dig deep into it, kind
You
of thing.
moved us so much that we really do want to know, like, Yazzi, you know? We want to know where you came from. And, yeah, I mean...
And yeah, and it's something that, what you mentioned, it's something that a lot of people go through, you know? So we want to shed light on it.
Yeah, because we know that a lot of our viewers, and especially speaking to the people that I spoke to
Get
last
bullied.
night, everybody had a story.
Yeah.
Like I
Everybody
thought
has a
it's just
story.
like the rest of everybody would just want like a picture or something or to say goodbye, but everybody pulled me a little bit towards the side and were like, all right, so my story is, and I was like, whoa, like it goes beyond dancing.
Yeah.
And if you're brave enough, we want you to just tell us a little bit about what got you to that point of depression, suicide, and how did you feel in those times? What was your thought process?
Okay.
Or how did you
so-
get there? What was
Okay.
it?
So first, it started like off. I want to say 6th grade. 6th grade is when my depression started. I had a little bit of anxiety, but not that much. And then 8th grade, I had like an event happen, and it caused me to have PTSD, and that's when the anxiety like went like up. But I was still going through like depression and stuff like that, and I had suicidal thoughts. It was stuff that was going on at home, and also like stuff at school too. Like,
Yeah.
I started dancing, or like I guess watching videos when I was going into 7th grade. And first, I love music. I'm in marching band. I play like
You're in the band?
yeah.
That's
Good.
amazing.
I love the
Band was like
I
ride
was
or die.
a band diehard.
Yeah.
I was a cheerleader and I would stay. Like everyone would leave all snobby, and I was like, I'm staying for this always, full time. Always love the band. Love the band.
What did you
And-
play?
What instrument did you play?
Clarinet.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
My
Awesome.
grandfather played clarinet.
Really? Thanks, Dad.
Grandfather played.
The clarinet.
So like after that, I really liked the music and just like the way it flew. And my older sister, her name is Brittany. She got me into EDM music, and whenever I first heard it, I was like, "This is so stupid. It has no words."
Literally, I think that's everyone.
I was like,
Yeah, I'm
how
with
am I-
you. I'm with you.
How am I supposed to sing to this? I was like, what's the point? There's just a bunch of beats and you don't do anything.
Yeah.
And then
I thought the same thing. That's crazy.
and I was scrolling through Instagram because what's his name? Matt Stefania.
Yeah,
Matt
Matt
Stefania.
Yeah, Matt
yeah.
Stefanina. Like a Nina. Yeah.
Okay. I used to watch his videos all the time, and that's where I learned how to dance. And I'm a very visual learner, so I don't do the tutorial. If I need it, I will do it. But like,
Wow, you're very intelligent.
Yeah.
thank you.
I can tell. I mean, the way you, sorry, I keep saying it, but the way you grabbed onto that choreo and the fact that you can visually learn, I'm like all about
It was not an easy choreo. I don't know if you mentioned that, but it was not easy.
It's not easy at all.
It wasn't. And the fact that you got so much of it down, that's like crazy.
That's nuts. Through Matt Stefanino choreography, just looking at it.
Yeah, and like I would also learn other choreography when they didn't have a tutorial, and my friends would be like, "How are you gonna learn?" And I was like, "Just look at it."
Just look. I can't do that.
Do you have a
learned
photographic
shuffling
memory?
through your videos without tutorials. I just
yeah.
learned. I looked at you and I was like, "Oh, she's just going like that," and then I did it, and it just happened.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I was scrolling through Instagram, and then I saw you and him do a collab.
Yes.
I
A while
think
back.
Yeah, I think it was the. I don't remember what song it was.
Like one in Miami or one in like here on like a parking garage.
No, I think it was in Miami.
Yeah, the one in Miami. The body on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Dude, that video.
That's been a minute too.
Changed people's lives. It's crazy. That video still gets so much. It really had such a vibe to it, enough to be able to capture you.
Yeah, and I saw it and I was like, oh my god, who is this girl? And I followed you, and then I saw like the whole family, and I was like, oh, it's such a cute little family. I was like, damn. And I just like started following you guys, and it just like went on from there, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
discovered dance, and it helped a lot with my like depression and all that.
Yeah.
Cause
So it was earlier on dancing. It wasn't shuffling that kind
it was
of. transformed
It's both. I'm
Yeah.
hip hop and shuffle everything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
it? Nice.
And I still go through depression still. It's not as bad, but every time I did like have an anxiety attack or like I would just like feel the need to like do something to myself, like hurt myself, I would drop everything. I would go to my garage and I would just dance. Like
That's
it was my
crazy.
escape.
Yeah.
And like I'd be left alone. Like my family, I didn't show my family my dance. Like my dad last night, that was the first time he ever saw me dance, and most of my family.
No way.
So they were like all surprised.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I was always so like embarrassed to dance in front of them, and it was like crazy.
Then that's really special. Like last night, you broke a mold. Like you broke the comfort
Yeah.
zone. You got out of that last night. Like that's special.
It's monumental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
That's
broke out of your
crazy.
cocoon.
Cocoon.
You're here. You're like alive now. You're awakened.
Yeah.
Never feel ashamed to truly express yourself in any art form. In any art forms.
Mhm.
Like, and it's so great that you're learning this at such a young age too.
Yeah.
Because so many people, they go through it's the mic. It's the mic
Really?
in general. Yeah.
No, there
no,
it is.
Yeah,
You sound
but
perfect now.
yeah, but everybody else
Go,
is
go,
like
go. We can
farther
hear you.
away and it's not the same. Anyway, there's a lot of people that go throughout their entire lives, like most people, and they don't do what it is that they're like meant here to do. You know what I mean? And they don't express in like the way that they're meant to express. You know, so you at such a young age,
Such a
also
young age.
having been able to
Mhm.
overcome the mental health, you know, also being able to overcome, you know, the obstacles that you were in a sense kind of like those barriers that you put into your own mind. Because I feel you 100%.
Yeah.
Like
I like for a while I built like walls, and I was like,
Yeah.
no one
Mhm.
is gonna break my walls. It's like
Mhm.
nobody. It's like
Mhm.
you cannot break my walls. Sure enough, dance was the thing that broke it.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Just gotta break
and-
those walls.
Yeah, and like you really inspired me. I don't
Yeah.
know why. Like something like in my heart, I was like, this girl, she knows that I can dance. She doesn't know who I am, but she
Oh
knows
my-
that I can dance.
So
And
I love that.
I feel like we're connected from like a past life. Like just the fact that you play instruments, like the fact that you like love do you love instruments in house music like sax? Oh my god.
yeah, it's
Yes.
just such a vibe.
And just the connection that we had on the dance floor yesterday, like I feel like we know each other from a past life.
Mhm.
Past life for sure. Like I don't know if you believe in all that, but I do. And it's just it was just irreplaceable what happened last night. And just like when we even speak to each other without even having ever met, social media is so crazy.
Yeah.
The fact that we could just like kind of know each other because you've been there along through everything. But I think something important that you just touched on is that you still go through things, and the truth is that we all do. Like I'm not
No
gonna
one's
lie,
perfect.
no one's
Nobody-
perfect, and you're never gonna reach that like point where it's like everything is perfect. Like no, it's not. 2 days ago I couldn't get out of bed and I was depressed, I guess you could say. Like I was pissed, just couldn't get myself to do anything that I put on my schedule to do. Why? I have no idea, but I just couldn't do it. Like there was like a force inside me that, but the next day I woke up and I was fine. Life is full of a bunch of ups and downs, and at the end of the day it's like you overcame that worst moment, but you're still overcoming. Like we're always going to be fighting.
Something.
Yeah.
There's always gonna be something.
You're never gonna get to the finish line, you know. Like
But-
that's what life is about. But the
Don't want
finish
it to
line
sound super negative,
Yeah, it's
though.
not bad. That's why you have to. At the end of the day, it's like these things are meant to happen,
It's
and we
a
can't
time.
look at them as like this happened to me and now, like that's like the worst thing. Like no, if anything, those things happen so that we can get better.
So you can
There's
get
this-
back
We're
up
always
again, 'cause
growing.
you're-
Yeah.
There's a saying that
Like-
goes, "Death gives life meaning." The end always
Yep.
gives the journey an actual purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So to always have something to fight for, and to always have something to look up to, and to always have something to strive for is super important. You know what I mean? It's the basic fundamental of all life. You know?
Right. And it's about the journey at the end of the day,
Yeah.
as all quotes make sense
It
now
is.
when you like kind of like become a little awakened. You realize like Miley Cyrus's song, The Climb, is so true. It's not about the destination.
climb.
It's the climb.
It is.
And we're
It is.
always going to be climbing. But we shouldn't look at the climb as like this terrible,
No.
terrible thing because we want to get to the end. You know? That's not the point.
That's where
the
life's
point is the
happening.
now.
In the
Yeah.
climb.
Yes.
What is it?
It's
What is
the
that
now.
called? It's like life's what happens when you're busy making plans or something, or life's what happens when you're making the plans.
What?
Oh my god, you guys have never heard that?
Life is what happens when you're too busy making plans.
Yeah, it's like when you're like making that. That's like when you're living. You're like, you know.
Wait, that doesn't move me at all. Are we saying it correct?
Do you know what I'm
Life
talking
is
about?
what happens when you're too busy making plans.
I think.
No, life is what happens when you're making plans. Like you're always trying to like plan for what's gonna happen when like life is now.
You're spending most of your life making plans for the next thing.
Yeah, when like you should be living in the now.
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
It's basically you're worrying about the future and focus on the You're
you're planning. You're trying to plan the future when like you should be focusing on like the now. I think that's what the quote's about. Did that have to do with anything? Not sure, but we'll catch up.
It's true. It's true because we hear these stories and we think about our bad times. And I know I think about the things before I found shuffling and I was saved. No, I'm just kidding. But before I found shuffling, and I think about all that time, and then I think about the fact that I wanted to be in this great place, and sometimes I still get stuck in like I want to be there so bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we have to remind ourselves that it's this breathing second, like this moment
important.
that is what counts. It's
there you go.
This
Thank
moment
you.
of getting up and going outside and getting in the heat and dancing, how I so badly don't want to sometimes, that's going to get you the results of dancing faster, looking better. You know what I mean?
It's like if the baby doesn't cry, it doesn't get its milk.
Oh my God. El que no llora no mama.
El que no llora no mama is a saying that my mom says a lot.
It's in Spanish.
It's exactly that. The literal translation is if the baby doesn't cry, it's not
Doesn't
get
get the milk.
Yeah.
What are you gonna not cry? You gotta cry. Speaking of crying, I love crying.
So
I cry too much.
is
So.
dance?
It's kind of good. It's kind of good for the soul.
Your passion? Is that what you want to like do for the rest of your life?
Dance, and I want to be
Music.
a songwriter.
Yeah. You do?
I like to write out my feelings, and then I put it into a poem, and then I put it into a song. Post Malone is the one who inspired me.
You're a poet?
I love Post Malone.
Oh, we are number one Posty fans up, and you came to the right place.
We love Posty.
We
I
do.
remember when I heard Feeling Whitney and like the guitar, I was like, I need to learn how to
Wait,
play
what?
that. Feeling Whitney.
Feeling Whitney, is that one of his songs?
Yeah.
We're like, we love the number one fan. What?
Feeling Whitney and
No,
Stay. Those two are such
Stay?
beautiful songs.
You're so. You are so.
I guess I'm not a Post Malone fan.
No, you're getting really deep into that. We listen to the basics.
Are they the old ones?
No, Feeling Whitney's from Stony and Stay is from B&B.
Van's like, what is that again?
I like Rich and Sad. And I like
Man likes the mainstream stuff.
I think-
and I like
Man likes
Candy
the
Paint with the white on top.
The
Man,
mainstream stuff.
Bobos with the blue
No
option.
option. No, that's not no option.
No, it's Candy Paint.
Candy Paint.
Oh, Candy
Yeah.
Paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad loves Which One's Your Favorite?
Better? Is it?
Better now.
Sing it though.
Better now. He's like, no.
I know you think that you are better now.
He's actually a really good singer. He's an
Wait,
amazing
so yeah,
opera
so
singer
Post
and just a really good
Post
singer
Malone
in
writes
general.
his music. Was that ignorant?
What?
Like, does he write? Is that why you said you admire him? Because he writes
No,
he's a
it's not really
songwriter,
ignorant question.
or you just like his lyrics?
I love his lyrics and I like the way he plays his guitar. I recently got a guitar and I'm trying to learn. Like,
Yes.
I wanted to be self-taught fully with dance, and I'm trying to be self-taught fully through guitar.
Yep.
But I did take lessons
Yep.
for clarinet. Yeah.
That's
Okay, yeah.
amazing.
That's
I'm
crazy.
inspired.
You're gonna
Yeah.
do
It's
it.
like, not trying to brag or anything, but imagine how cool it would be to tell a person, I didn't take a single guitar lesson. I
Oh,
learned
yeah.
it all myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
like, yeah. It's amazing.
YouTube is your best friend. YouTube is the best tool in the world. You can learn how to do anything on YouTube, you know?
That's
like, honestly,
crazy.
you're going to learn how to do it in, like, no time. Especially
We-
with the photo, like, because I can tell you have, like, a photograph, almost like a photographic memory if you're able to take your first dance class ever and do
Yeah.
as good as you did.
Perfection.
It's because you
Yeah.
have one of those minds that's like a literal sponge. You put it anywhere there's water and it's gonna soak it all up.
Yeah.
So you're gonna kill it. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
like
be surprised.
whenever you were teaching the class, I was like, should I ask her or not? Because you were saying the counts, but I was like, I don't need the counts. Like, it's confusing me. Like, I just want her to do it normal.
Yeah.
And I was gonna ask you, I was like, no.
Like sing it, like you're saying
No,
sing it.
not sing it. Just like
Do
Naturally.
the
Don't
steps
say
so she can
anything.
see
Yeah.
just your feet. I feel like I'm kind of the same way, like with dance. Maybe not instruments, Maybe I need someone to teach me
I
how
know,
to play an
honestly,
instrument.
I even confuse myself. Maybe I haven't even figured out what type of learner I am, but I confuse myself when I have counts.
Yeah.
Too. Like, I'd rather
because
just
it's
be
too
like,
many
Counts
things to worry about
are
at once.
So confusing because you're
Yeah.
like you're trying to do a step and then you're trying to say one.
It's
two,
like going
Yeah.
like this.
multitasking.
It's like
Oh.
doing
Too
that.
much
You're like doing
multitasking.
too many things at once.
Yeah,
like
I'm
it's
with
just
you with
not
that.
gonna work.
I don't like
I
it
don't know if
either.
you
I don't like
noticed.
counting in my head either. I
Yeah.
listen to music. The music tells me how to move.
Yeah,
Almost,
like
you
in
know?
band, they're like, you need to count, and I'm like, no, you
No.
don't.
In
band?
I'm like, they're like, count, and they like have a what's it called, a metronome, and it's like, ding, 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 and it's so loud because we practice.
It
like, on
distracts
the
you.
field, and it
Yeah.
distracts
Mhm.
me, and then like,
Yeah.
it's just too much.
I don't know if you noticed, but when I was teaching, I like, at first when I show something, sorry,
No, you're good.
I just do it, and then I feel like I did it wrong by just doing it.
Uh-huh. Oh,
And not
What am I-
and not saying the counts. So then I like start reiterating myself. But I like to just show. Is that bad? Like I
No.
like to just show. And now I just realized that's what you prefer
Because
to.
if you're trying too hard to explain it, then people are gonna be like, what? And you're like, it's
Yeah.
like this, and then oh, and then
Yeah.
a lot more.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
just
That's fine.
look
Yeah.
at me. Just look at what
Yeah.
I'm doing. Da 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 da. Now try it. Okay. Da 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 da.
And
Yeah.
if you can't get it, I'll give you a little bit of an explanation, like.
Yeah. That's why I do like the he ha ha toot toot. Like I just do like.
yeah, you do.
toot,
You go
toot.
to dee ta ta
Yeah.
ha ha ha.
Dad was like the doo doo yesterday.
Oh my god.
Doo doo. Dad was like,
Dad cracked the best joke he's ever cracked, and you were so proud, Dad.
yeah. everybody-
Right? You loved it. Dad loved it.
He loved it. That's awesome though. Writing music. I really wanted to get into. Well, I'm gonna get into.
You're a good singer, by the way.
Thank
Like,
you.
you're such a good
Yeah.
singer.
Thank
Like,
you.
one-
They are too. They all have.
You
good
saw that
ears.
video?
Do you
Yeah.
sing?
Yeah.
No. Have you tried?
I've tried, but it's just not good.
Van has this one thing that she says. She's like, anybody can sing. I'm like,
It's,
I don't
No,
know.
I don't-
But she says it's like a mental thing.
It is.
Well,
Like, if
I
you
say that
really-
about dancing.
No, you said that about singing.
Really?
You were like, you can sing, and I was like, Van, no. Like you don't know.
it's because singing is like getting the right pitches and the right tune. It's not more of like a, oh my god, I could sing. It's more of like, oh, I need to get the right pitch. So like
Yeah.
if you're
Right.
singing like ah, like you just need to get the right pitch, and oh my god, look, you can sing.
I think
Yeah.
what Van is trying to say is anybody can train themselves to
To do
get
it.
to be a good singer,
Yeah.
right? So
Is it?
I
Like-
kind of agree, honestly.
So you don't think you got to be born with an ear?
I think an ear is important.
I think there's a lot
But I
of
don't
artists
think
out
ear
there that
has to
don't
do-
have an ear, but that they
Really?
trained so hard to get to the point where they're
Really?
at, and then they got there.
Call him out.
Fergie. Sorry, like
Fergie.
no offense, but yeah, I think.
Do you like Fergie?
Who's Fergie?
You don't know. Oh, you're too.
You don't know who Fergie is? Oh my
Kidding.
No,
god!
'cause Fergie-
Fergalicious
Fergie was-
definition make the
Oh,
girls
Mom,
go
do you
crazy.
know that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Black Eyed Peas.
I was like, you're not that young.
We're like, you're not 7. But yo, it's
Fergie.
great that you say that because I want to be a singer. That's like my goal, my ultimate goal as an artist. And you're a songwriter, so maybe we could team up and make something.
That's
It's hard because I live
awesome.
so far away.
You're gonna move here eventually.
All right.
Wait, but so have you?
Wait, they're audio files. You just transfer audio files here and there. There's people that make music and they're never in the studio together.
But my main thing is that I was literally just talking to you guys. What did I say to you about like starting the journey of that? Is I just am stuck because I don't play an instrument and I don't write music.
Yeah.
And then I was like, frick, I just need to start writing music. Like the way that I write on my Instagram about motivational stuff, I just need to turn it into music.
Yeah.
But I have no idea where to even begin.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just like you got that missing link.
Yeah, it's like if I have a bad day at school, like I'm gonna tell you about one time I had a bad day. It was
Yeah.
it was back in 6th grade, and it was when I was going through like a lot of stuff like mental illnesses, and people would literally come up to me and say, "You're fat and you're psycho. You need to kill yourself." Like people would straight
People
up,
would seriously say
like
that.
straight up say it in my face, and I would stand there. I wouldn't know what to do. I was just like,
Wait,
okay.
people would say it in
What?
person
yeah,
to your
That's
face.
crazy. I've honestly never. That's insane.
What grade?
Like you.
6th.
Jesus.
I moved schools, and that's one of the reasons why I moved schools, because I got bullied so much over there.
Was it people that you like had in classes? Like how did that? Because online anybody can say, you know, and it's like you're hiding behind a screen. But like for someone to come up to you, you have to be like evil.
Yeah.
You really have to be like.
Yeah, I
That's-
mean, we are in 6th grade. They were like we're still young, you know, and stuff like that. And people now
Still,
probably
yeah.
regret it, but like, still, it's such a harsh thing to say.
Yeah.
And I remember going home that day, and I was like, this is like the worst day of my entire life. And like I just wrote out what happened, and I was like, okay, I write out what happened. This is what happened, and now this is what I feel like. This is how I feel about it. And then I like turned it into music. I don't really know how to explain it. I like put in rhyming words to turn it into music.
Yeah.
And like the verses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Do you feel like that was like an escape for you? Being able to
Writing,
write
yeah.
everything?
That's what I've heard. Like writing out your feelings can really help you like process them better.
Yeah. Filter them out
Definitely.
almost in a
Like
way.
journaling.
Yeah.
I've never done it, but like I need to. I need a journal. I need to start journaling.
But you didn't do
And then you could
anything.
look at your how you
didn't do
used to
anything. You
feel.
didn't react at all.
I didn't know how to react. I was
Yeah.
just standing there, and then when they walked away, I just cried to my friends. I was
But
like, I don't know what to do.
That takes, honestly though, that
That's
takes a lot of
crazy.
courage not to react in a way that's also very negative.
yeah.
Because at the end
Yeah.
of the day, you have to remember that the reason why those people are treating you that way is because
They're
that
unhappy.
energy is a reflection of how they feel about
Yep.
themselves on the inside.
You know, my grandma always told me that like if people called me fat or like I was
Mhm.
ugly, it's because they were jealous.
Yeah.
And that people are really like, if you're jealous, like I remember one time I was like so jealous of your abs. I was like, they're ugly. Like, I was showing my mom and like my sister pictures, and then I was like, they're not that good. Chill out. I was like, I need to stop.
It is crazy. It's just it could always almost be like when you judge people, it's just a reflection of what you think
Yeah.
about yourself.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's why what Augustine was just saying about you not saying anything in that moment just goes to show the heart that you have. You know, because we can all slip and everybody has an ego, but at the end of the day, like, you didn't have to react because at that time maybe you were at peace. You weren't angry, like, or maybe you were, but not enough to just make
Yeah,
somebody
and then
feel so
again,
bad.
People do that just to get a reaction out of you, and I wasn't gonna give them a
Absolutely.
reaction.
No.
Good.
Like, I
Yeah.
wasn't gonna let it happen, so I just stood there, and once they walked away, I cried.
Odds are they're feeling way worse about themselves than you do about yourself.
Wait, of
So
course.
it's-
What do
so-
you mean? Of course
so
they
what
are.
it
For you
is-
to go up and say that, you have to
Exactly.
be cuckoo.
No, and
So
then
you just
I-
always have to have that empathy almost. In a way,
Yeah.
I used to feel bad for people that were like that, but feeling bad is also a negative emotion to have towards somebody.
Not feeling
you
bad,
just
but
have to
have-
hope that they're going to eventually
Realize.
learn and realize that they're only omitting that kind of negative energy because they have it built up inside of them, and hopefully they can find the light eventually and feel better about themselves and make people feel better rather than make them feel worse. You know?
Yeah.
But
I
you-
do feel like at the end of the day, you have to have some empathy
You have to,
Yeah.
yeah.
because, dude, like they're the ones that are
Yeah.
Being
like
themselves.
they're the
Yeah.
ones that are really like vibrating in low frequencies. Like you're just doing you. You're not doing anything.
You could be
You're just
listening
walking
to
around
music.
school and
I
those
always
people-
felt like the bad guy in the situation.
That's
I
the
was
thing.
like-
Yeah.
I was like, what am I doing wrong? And that's when I started to think I don't belong here. Maybe that's it.
No.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
and like I used to be so insecure, like about my scars and stuff like that. I would cover them up with like foundation, all that. And then one day I just realized I was like, you know what? These tell stories. Like I remember going to church one day and like God, I'm really close with God, and I was speaking to Him. And I felt like He was telling me like, your purpose here is to share your stories and help others. So don't go yet. You haven't shared your story. Like you haven't done it yet. And like I've seen God before. Like I know it sounds crazy, but like
No, not
Like-
crazy.
You are God.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a little piece of Him.
We
You
are.
or
Yeah.
of it, because God is we're
Is an
spiritual
energy.
too, and we're more spiritual than we are religious, but we believe that God is an energy,
Yeah.
and it's within
It really is all
of
the
us.
same thing at the
And
end
we
of the
come
day.
from Him.
Yeah,
Like, say
and
the
when you
mountain
do-
thing.
Well, that we're all pieces of one big mountain. God is one big mountain, and we're just small pieces that fell off from Him
We're
and
like little
landed here on
rocks.
Earth. And from the moment that we landed here, we've been becoming more human than we've been God. And every time you do what you do, dance, sing, get influence and express through music, you become closer to getting back to that mountain. You become more of that is God. You have God. Every single one of us has God within us.
Yeah.
And the more you express and keep God inspiring through your godly nature, because we all have that godly nature within us, man, you can do wonders. Like,
Yeah.
look what you're doing
Like,
now.
I
You wanted,
believe that God answers my prayers. I prayed
Yeah.
that I would meet you and go to a dance.
Oh,
class. I
yeah.
was like, this
There
is
you
it.
go.
Oh,
God,
yeah.
God said, now it's time.
You
Let's
just have
go."
to ask, and He'll give it.
And like,
All you gotta
You
do is
just
ask.
gotta
the time I lost my friend to suicide. Her name was Emily. Shout out to her. She killed herself, and her little 12-year-old sister had found her dead. And
How old was she?
She my age, so she would have been 15.
She went to school with you?
No.
Yes, she was my friend.
Wow.
Yeah, and I just remember like that day I prayed to God. I was like, please take care of her. Like, I know it wasn't her time to go, but like just take care of her. And I remember that night I like heard voices, because I don't know what it's called, where you hear voices in your head. It's not as bad, but I do hear voices in my head, and I heard her. She was like, I'm okay, like it's okay, like tell everyone I'm fine, I'll be okay. And like it was so crazy. I was like,
That's
God,
wild.
no.
Yeah.
And
Yo. That's deep.
Yeah.
It's really deep.
That's really deep.
That's crazy.
A lot of the times it's because that soul hasn't yet like left and they're trying to communicate with you. You must have like
Some sixth sense.
some sixth
Up in
some
there.
sixth sense.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Or-
you say you talk a lot with God, or you try to like communicate with Him. You try to like get in that higher frequency.
there's like mediators out there that are able to like speak to someone that has just passed away and like able to like transfer a message to the 3D from whatever plane they just went to. You might have some superpowers.
I do. Well, I don't know.
I do have superpowers.
No, that's
Maybe those haters are right. The ones that said that you're not meant to be here. You're probably meant to be an interdimensional being that's way above everybody else here.
way beyond.
For real. Like, that's pretty cool, honestly.
Is that when you said you were able to speak to God? Or see him? You said you were able to
There
you
was
saw
a
him?
point in life where I was like, God is not real, because my mom would always tell me, just pray to God that like everything's gonna get better. And I was like, He's not making it better. Like, where's He at though? Like, He's not doing anything.
Where you at?
I was like, and I was thinking, God wasn't there when Emily had tried. He wasn't there. Like, why would He do that? I was like, it's so cruel. At the time, I thought it was so cruel. I was like, what the heck? And then, like, just one day, kind of just, like, all hit me, like, back to reality. I was at church, and I was like, no, like, maybe it was her time to go, but not really. Like, God takes you whenever He needs it. He's like, I need an angel with me. That's what Alina told me. Alina was like, God took her because...
Your cousin said that? How old is she?
9.
How old are you? 9?
9, yeah.
I wish I could have said that when I was 9. That's so
She
cute.
was telling me
God
that
needs an
maybe
angel.
God took Emily because He needed an angel.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, you're right.
You're right. And
And-
everybody has a different process. We look at our family, we were raised to kind of look at everything in a very... Well, we're Kabbalists. So in Kabbalah, they teach you that you have a couple of lives. So reincarnation and stuff like that.
Oh,
And you come back. So the way I think of people that are lost a little too early is that they already completed their mission. And as messed up as it may have been that she left and everybody was really upset about it, it was her time to go. And it was her time in this moment to evolve something that she may have already evolved.
And and it brings everything back to the fact that we're all connected, and maybe her passing had to do with everybody around her. Like, everybody learned something from her past. Everybody evolved. Everybody close to her parents, you probably got so much from the situation, you know?
And there was a lot of people who were like, I'm glad she died. Like, there's people in my school who like didn't care.
Yo, your school sucks.
Yeah.
You need a chance
You
for
need
school.
I'm
to
in high
leave.
school now. I'm like,
Is it better?
yeah. Well, it's because, how do I say it? It's kind of complicated because the middle school that I went to, everyone usually went to Franklin, which is a high school, but I went to Coronado.
Oh, good. You went to a
High
different
school.
one. You don't need those.
Some of my friends were there, but like they weren't like those people.
Yeah.
I didn't know who those people who said that were, but it was like it was going around.
That's
That is
crazy.
crazy.
That's ugly. That's really ugly.
That is really
Yeah.
ugly.
Yeah.
But we have found the light through dance and through our passions. And
Always.
at the end of the day, school is such a short amount of time in your life. It really is that, like, once You won't even remember. I don't even remember
Yeah, I
high
don't
school
even
or
remember
middle
high
school.
school.
I don't even. I literally. There is
That's
so
good.
much more to life than that.
And
Life
it's so
starts
crazy.
after high school.
It's
Life-
so crazy because
yeah.
when you're in high school, you feel like that is everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
And it's like you're never
everyone-
getting out of it.
Everyone goes
And
to parties. Everyone does all this. I stay at home and I dance.
Good. Stay. Keep doing what you're doing. If I would have, shoulda, coulda, woulda, everything. If I wouldn't have focused so much on trying to be popular, on trying to be cool, on trying to be a cheerleader, on trying to have a boyfriend and stupid high school things, and I would have just actually focused on the fact that I loved dance and I loved the band and I loved, if I just would have focused on my passions and not so much about what everybody thought about me, I feel like I would be so much more ahead of the game right now. You're so young.
yes, but like no.
No, and I
because
appreciate
you
the journey.
needed to have those
I
bad
know.
friendships. You needed to go through that.
Society is so effed up these days. It's just crazy to me. Like
Yeah.
society is horrible. now.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes,
I would.
What I
but
like to say, I always like to say that we need us as humans and beings, however you want to look at it. We need those tough times and those really uncomfortable times and those times that you wish never happened for us to be able to really value the bright light
Absolutely.
and beautiful moments in our lives. We really do. They shape us and they make us appreciate it more. They really do. I mean, imagine somebody that's just full of complete light. That would be incredible, right? But there would be nothing to learn because there's always something to learn from something dark or from something bad or from some
Absolutely.
kind of problem, an issue, an obstacle, whatever it is. You know, it's like we almost need it. We need
Absolutely.
it to constantly.
Absolutely.
We need that balance to like check ourselves and to like constantly better ourselves. You know?
Grow
Mhm.
as a person.
Yeah.
Like, I remember following you guys, and then I met Mary Grace and like Cece
Yeah,
and,
Mary.
I'm stuck. My goal is to meet them still.
You will, girl. It's
I
only
got
a matter
you.
of time.
Yes.
And then
We'll make sure of it.
Yeah.
and before, well, actually around the same time, I figured out about the Dolan twins.
Oh, I
yeah,
love the Dolan
I
twins.
They're cute.
love them.
They're
I saw
light. They're
Ethan.
pure light.
Ethan, what was it yesterday?
Girl, you're
Yesterday-
so connected. I swear. Like, you come to LA once and you meet your favorite, like,
You saw that?
dancer.
No, I only saw Ethan. The only
That's
reason
so
why I was
awesome.
crossing the road and I was like, oh my god, that guy looks a lot like Ethan. And then once I got to the other side, I like did a double take and I was like, oh my god, it's him.
Did you
I-
say hi?
He was in his truck. He didn't have his
Oh.
windows down. I got like a little video and it was his Jeep and my dad was like, oh look, this is a nice Jeep. Oh wait, by the way, my dad wants me to tell you guys that he has a diesel.
A what?
A diesel truck.
A diesel
Diesel
truck?
truck.
You don't know what that is?
But yeah, like a truck that runs
Yeah.
on diesel fuel.
Wait, so he wanted us to know that?
Yeah, he was like, make sure you tell them that I have a diesel.
For what?
Right on.
Oh, and my sister Brianna wants you to know that she's a runner.
So cute. Oh, I love that. The
No,
fact,
she's annoying.
family facts. family
Family
facts.
fact.
Diesel
family
is the
fact.
Family
nicest-
fact one. Your dad has
Dad
a
is
diesel.
a diesel. Sister
And your sister is a runner. I used to be a runner.
Trucks and very long-lasting.
Long lasting, yeah.
Yo, but I mean, I don't want it to seem like from what I just said, because I always overthink everything that I say, and now I'm thinking about what I just said. I don't want it to seem like I like made a mistake. Like, I know that
Yeah.
my journey was supposed to happen in a certain way, and I know that if I would have started dancing early, maybe I wouldn't be where I am today. You know what I mean? So I freaking love my journey, and I love that I started dancing late. You could do anything at no matter what age,
Yeah.
55 or 5. Like, literally, doesn't
The
matter.
man that was there yesterday.
Yes, yes. Well, that was
Who?
someone's dad.
Who was there?
But there was a dad. He was like probably 50, 60.
Oh, yeah, I saw him. Red shirt.
I
Yeah.
talked to him.
Yeah.
I talked to him. Yeah, he was there for his
awesome.
daughter, and he was going in, dude.
He was going in.
throughout the whole.
Wait, he was there for his
class.
daughter?
He told
Yeah.
me that
You're
the
lying.
shuffling should really be put on like senior classes and
Yeah,
stuff because
yeah.
it's awesome for the hip joints.
Yeah, that's what
and
he said.
for
Oh
the
my-
it's like I was like, was
it's
it like
like-
therapy for your hips? And he's like, yep.
I'm telling
I was
you,
like,
man.
what?
It's like jump roping.
Yeah.
Is there a trademark behind jump roping?
No, shuffling is a movement, and it's gonna be worldwide, and it's why us two got connected here today.
Literally, I told you one time I commented on you. I was like, I showed my dad your videos, and he's like, "That's so easy. You're just jumping up and down." I was like,
That's what you think.
Yeah, but that's not how it works.
Everybody is so quick to judge shuffling. I swear. I swear. Oh, anybody can do that. Oh, it's just a Running Man. No, like it's not shuffling. It's shuffle dancing.
Yeah.
It's a whole dance. It's from the drop to the end of the chorus. Like it is a literal. It's a dance. It's a dance from beginning to end. You don't just Running Man the whole time. It's literally an art, and it's become that actually in the past couple of years. But yeah, we're starting movements. It's not just the Running Man from Party Rock Anthem from 2007.
Every day I'm
okay?
shuffling. It's
Every
not
day I'm
that.
shuffling. No. Okay.
Maybe it is. Maybe we are shuffling.
Well, yeah,
every day.
Moonwalk, Running Man, they're all parts of shuffle dancing. Come to my class if you want to learn more. A combo or something.
Damn, man, tell me how you really feel.
It's just so annoying how people are so quick to judge, you know? I'm not talking about your dad specifically, but everyone is just so... Until they try it. Until they actually try to do the Running Man.
No, after the class yesterday, I tried to teach her how to Running Man, and she can't do it. And it's funny. I was like,
It's okay.
And I taught her a different way, though. I taught her that, like, I pretend, this is the way I taught myself. There's 3 lines. You start on the middle line, and then you jump out to the first and third, and then you bring it all back to the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
go like that.
Yeah.
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 Da, 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 da. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then my sister was like, okay, Yasmin, teach me. And I was like, I don't know how to teach you. What am I supposed to do?
You would be a great teacher, actually. You're a Virgo. You're grounded.
You're like, you're an earth sign. You got this.
You're an earth sign. 3 earth signs at this table, 1 fire
Oh my
sign.
God, we do.
Dude, I'm
the
big
fire.
on that, but, like, I don't know my own sign. Like, I can know other people's signs, but I don't know my
Really?
own.
I'm like the opposite,
Well,
but not
let
really,
me
because I know
tell
about
you.
other signs.
We know a lot about Virgos. We love Virgos.
We do.
are a huge
We
fan
have
of
so
Virgos.
many Virgos in the fam.
Yeah, they always pick my brain about this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Because I'm not very big on astrology, but they're huge on it. They really like
He's a
it.
Virgo.
Yeah.
You're a Virgo.
And he's
I'm
got a lot of
Capricorn.
Virgo in his chart, and so does our dad. Dad? Yes, you do.
Yeah, you have a lot of.
No, it's
Virgo
not.
vision.
Yeah, you
That's
do.
like no. Virgos are interesting. They used to be my least favorite sign, and now they're one of my favorites because I'm meeting a lot of awesome Virgos lately.
All of our friends are Virgos.
I mean, my brother's a Virgo. Everyone in my life is a freaking.
You
Virgo,
could always
I
get into
swear.
deep conversations with Virgos.
Yeah,
Like, you could always,
Virgos-
yeah.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
day.
sometimes I go deep. Like, I remember one time my friend, Nevaeh, she was going through a breakup, and I sat her in a practice room in the band room. She's like, you should really write a book. And I was like, really? I was like, that's not the
Virgos
point.
are
Yeah,
deep.
no, but
They're very practical. Isn't that one of so let's talk about what are the positive and negative. So the positive and negative about Virgo, since you want to know a little more about your sign, I got you. So positive is
for the Virgos listening,
for the Virgos
because
listening.
there's so many Virgos. Every time you meet someone, they're a Virgo.
Yeah, Virgos everywhere because everybody makes love around Christmas time. Yes. So you were created around Christmas time.
We're the holiday babies. That's what we're.
Yeah, holiday babies.
Yeah.
So I guess the positive things about you are that you're very organized. You're a perfectionist in a good way. Like everything's like very neat. Maybe not right now, but when you grow a little older,
No, I'm like,
you are.
I'm
Yeah.
very organized. Like,
Yeah.
Sometimes I walk into my house and I'm like, it gives me anxiety because it's so unorganized. My
Yeah.
mom does not know how to organize. Like, it just makes me mad.
And you can also be really picky.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
emotional.
Like Virgos can be really picky with like food, with just like with your
That's
room.
true,
Like you
yeah.
like it things a certain way.
Yes,
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
like
I'm not
that.
gonna lie. Yeah.
And then your negative qualities, which are your negative qualities as a Virgo, are that you could be insecure and jealous. So those are like your negative. My negative qualities as a Capricorn are that I could be a mean person, like
just really mean, cold-hearted.
cold-hearted, and just like a social climber.
You're like the truth comes out. You're like, I'm a social climber.
No, well, that is
No, but
we
that's
aren't that, right? We are that on our darkest days. That
Or
is what
if
we
you were to
display.
just be all around
In
a dark
bad moment,
person.
like when you said whatever about the ab stuff, it's like doesn't surprise me because you're a Virgo. Like that is when you were being a dark person, right? Because that's not you
In
when
your
you're
dark
light.
moments.
I loved everything about you except for your abs. I was like, they're not that great. I was like, relax, people.
Too good.
That's so
but it's
funny.
true, and it's like if you look at it, like
Yeah.
everybody does display their zodiac signs so to
What
the
are my
T.
bad ones again?
Lazy.
I can be really lazy, procrastinator,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
And what else? Come on, 1 minute.
Procrastinator, lazy, and a
And-
little too crazy.
Crazy. The crazy.
Procrastinator, lazy, and a little too crazy.
Wait, changing that as my bio right now. Procrastinator, lazy.
We just got told we have 1 minute. I don't even know what this show was about. I'm just kidding. It was all over the place. It was a beautiful journey of getting to know our amazing friend Yazzi. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It was so cut short,
What
but we
a
just
funny
found out we
ending.
have a minute left. And getting to know your story was really beautiful. Thank you for sharing everything you did with us, sharing everything from the bad times to your passions. It's so eye-opening, and even just mostly last night, that inspiration leading to today has been a treat. Really.
It really has.
Thank you. No, thank you for having me. I was really nervous when I walked
Oh my God, no! That's what we were
No.
trying to tell you. Like, honestly, we get a little nervous too in the beginning, and then we loosen up towards the middle.
yeah.
it's just we're new to this, you know. Like we're learning day by day. It's
At
life.
the end of the day, we're not like
Psychologists.
We're not psychologists or like broadcast
Yeah.
like professionals or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it's a show about positivity. It's a show about
And having
finding
fun.
yourself. This one was about just doing it, and the fact that you just did it last night, and we wanted to know your past and your journey, and we did that.
and we wanted to
And
share it
thank you,
because it
thank
was
you
special.
for sharing it with us.
Yes.
All right, guys. So closing up Generation Z.
Guys, really quick.
Yes.
We wanted to change. We were thinking about changing our name. Right now it's Generation Z. We're thinking about
We
changing
have a
our
question.
name to either Psycho Vibe, Psycho Tribe, or Psycho Vibe, or Psycho Tribe. So let us know in the comments below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell so you get our post notifications.
Yes. Oh, that
know
is
where to
going
look.
towards
I, like,
the
don't know where to
YouTube.
look.
Everybody's recording right now. So. Yes. Yes. Make sure you guys subscribe, and thank you guys for tuning into my live today. I'm Van.
I'm Pam.
And I'm Og.
I'm Yazzie.
And this is
That was
Generation Z, where you Psycho Vibe with the Psycho Tribe. Bye, guys.